Hey guys, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Tuesday video report. I have a money-saving discount coupon code that'll save you $15 off a single purchase today, coming up in just a moment. Quick congratulations going out to Shawn Michaels. Did it again last night, cashing in with yet another 100 dime release, his fourth 100 dime winner since last Wednesday, his third consecutive 100 dime NFL winner, as he was among the very few handicappers to go all in on the 49ers last night. And you know, I thought it was interesting that in his on his website that Shawn put that the change in the quarterbacks, because you know early on Monday it was announced that Alex Smith wasn't going to play, that the change in quarterbacks absolutely had no influence on his pick in that game. And when you saw how good the 49ers played last night and how poorly the Bears played, and once again, Chicago's Achilles heel, it's the offensive line. Can't protect Jason Campbell, can't protect Jay Cutler. And the funny, ironic thing is, this 49ers team, although very strong defensively, is not a classic power pass rushing team. I mean, I think they entered last night's game with maybe 17 sacks on the season, yet they just charged through that Chicago offensive line that offered absolutely no time for Campbell in the pocket. Listen, Jason Campbell sucks, okay? I thought he sucked when he came out of college. I thought he was a lousy quarterback then. I thought he sucked when he was with Washington, sucked when he was with Oakland. You know, if the Bears thought that they made that big of an upgrade from what was the last guy's, what was it last year? Haney? Wasn't that the guy that was the quarterback that was awful for him last year? Big mistake. And it doesn't matter when you're playing behind that offensive line. And please, even though Harbaugh opened up the debate in that post-game interview when he was asked about, you know, the quarterback situation, he says, well, you know, historically he likes to go with the hot hand. Oh, that's a great statement to make, to stir up a little controversy around your team. You know, the amazing thing is, when you're a reporter, you understand that athletes, it's like that scene out of Bull Durham, or Kevin Costner's telling Tim Robbins' character, you know, on the bus about all the cliches that you use, and then you later see Tim Robbins giving one cliche after another. I put my trust in God. I just try to do my best. I'm really here for the support of my team. Coaches have that coach speak too. Coach speak is not when you stand up at the podium in front of the national television audience after your backup quarterback that you spent a second-round draft pick on 2 years ago and didn't play because the guy you really didn't want, Alex Smith, had a great year last year, and then that guy has missed one game because of a concussion, and this guy, Kaepernick, comes in last night and plays well. Coach speak is not coming out and saying, well, you know, I'd like to ride the hot hand. Nuh-uh. Coach speak is, well, you know, it's Alex Smith's job to lose. You know, he was the starter prior to the injury. Or coach speak is, you know, we have to really watch the film. It's too early to make a decision on that. No, instead now the big brouhaha on national radio, national TV, if you're watching the four-letter network in San Francisco today, is Colin Kaepernick the next great thing? My God, the Bears secondary was awful last night. Colin Kaepernick had a great name because of that. Just remember, this is the guy that couldn't get the job done against the St. Louis Rams, who Mark Sanchez looked like Joe Namath on Sunday against. Yet, Kaepernick couldn't do anything better than guide his team to a 24-24 tie in overtime 1 week earlier. So anyway, congratulations to Shawn on that one. Unfortunately, the charity play of the week went down in flames last night. Jeff Benton's play on the under. Tough loss. But we move on here today. And listen, let me talk about Chuck O'Brien. Chuck O'Brien last year did not have a 100-dime play in college basketball. In fact, he hasn't had one in 2 years. He did have, however, 4 100-dime NBA plays last season. They all came in the playoffs, and he had 3 of those 4. Well, tonight he has his 100-dime basketball winner number 4 out of 5. But more importantly, it's his first 100-dime release in college basketball in over 2 years. And it's his non-conference underdog game of the year. Now, you may recall last Tuesday, a week ago today, he had his 50-time non-conference underdog game of the year, Oakland, getting the cover at Boise. This play is twice as strong as that one. As for me tonight, I have a 15-dime play, which may not sound like a lot when you're comparing to 100-dime plays, but remember, it's all based on scale. My plays, you know, 99% of them are between 5, 10, 15 dimes. You know, I don't have a big, wide scale like most guys. This 15-dime play in the NBA, the past 3 years with those selections, I'm 38, 20, and 3. Hit 5 out of 6 to close last season in the playoffs. Have one tonight. Now, total truth in advertising here, guys. I had one beginning of the season. I lost it. There's no guarantees that I might not lose tonight either. But long term, I'm still 38, 20, and 3 with these selections. And this matches the highest rated play of my career in the NBA, a 15-dime release. So it's a big play. One of the 3 favorites tonight is too cheap of a chalk. I think they're going to win by double digits and easily get the cover. That's what I've got going tonight. Listen, guys, you want to save $15 off a single purchase today. It doesn't matter who you buy. Use this coupon. It is going to be 15 Turkey. 15 Turkey. Gee, why did I pick that name? 15TURKEY, 15TURKEY. That will save you $15 off a single purchase today. Now, let's get to your free selection here tonight. I gave you Lehigh yesterday. I thought about going back with the Mountain Hawks tonight, but that game opened up at 16. It moved down for a while to 14.5. I still think it's a little too much to be asking for the Mountain Hawks to be laying at home against a Penn Quakers team that's rebuilding isn't that good. But I noted yesterday in the video report that I thought one of the key games last night was the UCLA-Georgetown contest. And I told you that I thought UCLA might be the play, but I also pointed out that I thought Ben Howland's a lousy coach. They were also integrating another freshman into the rotation, which of course is the #1 recruit in the country, Shabazz Muhammad, who last night saw his first action after being declared eligible by the NCAA. And I thought that really the play with the UCLA game would actually be today, because as I told you, they were playing, I can't even think of what there's so many of these preseason non-conference tournaments, but they're playing at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. They were playing the winner of last night's game between Indiana and Georgia, which I told you Indiana was going to win, but it was the game to be evaluated. And now tonight, the key game is not the Georgetown-Indiana championship game. No, instead it's the UCLA game against Georgia, the runner-up game. Now, UCLA is laying 12 points in this game, but let me tell you why I like them here tonight. Georgia last night, and Georgia is not a very good team, okay? Let's just get that right out. Georgia is not a good team. I mean, this is a team whose only win this season came by 6 points against Jacksonville. They lost by 2 to Southern Mississippi, by 12 to Youngstown State. When you're an SEC team, even a lower-tier SEC team, and you're losing by 12 to a team from the Mid-American Conference with the nickname of the Penguins, you should be embarrassed to be a dog. That's just my personal opinion again. So, last night, however, Georgia played a great game for one half, because at halftime against the #1 team in the nation, and perhaps one of the most talented teams in the nation this year, you notice that they were not the same things, #1 and being the most talented. They were up by 1 point at halftime, okay? But then Indiana came on. Indiana did not cover the monstrous 22-point spread, but Indiana did get the cover did get the win last night. And Indiana did it by out-rebounding the Bulldogs. Out-rebounded them by 16 last night. In 4 games this season, they have been out-rebounded by 35 boards. That's bad. 4 games, you've been out-rebounded by 35. Do the math, guys. That's over 8 rebounds a game. When you can't control the glass, offensive or defensive, you're not going to win too many games. You're not going to score enough points. UCLA is a decent rebounding team. I think Muhammad's debut last night, we've got the jitters out of the way. We've got now a guy that finally got his first taste of highly anticipated action with 15 points in 25 minutes off the bench. Even though they lost last night to Georgetown 78-70, they lost because they couldn't handle themselves on the boards. I think they do so tonight against the Bulldogs. Jordan Adams, one of the 3 freshmen that are seeing extensive time for the Bruins, another 20-plus point performance last night. He has scored 20 or more in all 4 games to start his career. 22 last night. Last night, though, the Hoyas hit 54.5%. Bulldogs aren't going to shoot that well. Bulldogs aren't going to rebound that well. And you had the #1 team on the ropes last night, and then you collapsed in the second half. I don't think they get up for this one. That's why I say tonight is the night you lay the points with UCLA. Good luck, guys, and I'll catch you again on Wednesday.